a beautiful spring night to welcome Longfellow Elementary School, Iowa City, and our old friend, young friend, Chris Pisarek. Old because you have been here many times.
Yes, sir.
And you are home.
Yes,
And you brought us a wonderful group with you today
we did.
in a great program, learning language
Yes.
through interaction, thematic approach to the curriculum, very, let us say, progressive and well-developed program. And you have your guests here, our guests.
Yes.
So please introduce yourself to the audience. And how long have you been a principal of Longfellow?
This is my 7th year at Longfellow now, so it's been fun. I've gotten the group of 6th graders, obviously, that are graduating this year. Gotten to be with them since kindergarten, so that's been a very rewarding experience. And we've got a new crop of kindergartners and also a 2nd grader with us this afternoon.
So let's introduce them to our viewers and audience.
Okay, so we've got 3 kindergartners to start with. We've got Malcolm and Connor and Kennedy. We've got Malcolm's sister Fiona as well, who is in 3rd grade. And then we've got Pam Wesley, who is our coordinator for the language program at Longfellow. And then we have one of our teachers, Morgan Foley, who's with us this afternoon as well.
Welcome to Education Exchange. This is our 21st year on air, serving the Iowa City Community School District. The program started with John Carvalho and Mike Peterson 21 years ago. And we have been guests as well on Public Access TV, who hosts us and provide us with all the technical support. And as you see, all the facilities and everything, and I like always to give them credit for what they offer us in Education Exchange and to the Department of Education in our community. So I would like to start with Pam. Give me an idea, simple idea to the viewer about the program and how did it start. And what are you planning to teach?
Well, I was happy to inherit the program actually from Robin Supel, who was the parent coordinator before I was. And I believe before that the program had been in place for about 4 or 5 years, maybe a little more. And we wanted to be able to give the students at Longfellow a chance to learn Spanish and a chance to learn some different languages. And so we started to offer it and there was great feedback from the parent community and really a lot of interest from the students. And we have some students who've been doing it for a long time. In fact, some students have been doing it since the very beginning. And it's been a great experience, and we really are trying hard to work with community members to recruit teachers. We have had lots of great teachers, both coming from the University of Iowa, and then also native Spanish speakers from the community, and really to give the kids a chance to be exposed to learning learning language at a young age. And one thing that we know about learning language is if you have a positive experience at a young age, you want to continue learning later, and it helps you with all different types of development, including cultural and linguistic development and brain development. So.
And one of the volunteers, one of them is Morgan. Morgan, you are a student in the University of Iowa. How did you learn about the program and how did you join us?
I actually take a class at the university called Spanish in the Community, and during the class you get signed up with a different school or different place that speaks Spanish in the community, and you learn from the students as well, teach the students, and it's been really fun getting to work with the kids at Longfellow. They're a great group of kids.
And Longfellow is an iconic school in the community, one of the oldest. Is it was built in 1917 or something?
Yes. Same as Horseman.
Yeah, that's very historic building. I hope they will keep it. Nobody's going to demolish it.
That's the plan. That's right.
And it works well, right?
It does, it works very well.
So, can you tell me, Morgan, back to you, do you get any credit from the university for doing this or not?
Yeah, it's a 5 credit hour course for the semester. And one of the days of the week, instead of doing extra homework, we get to go out and be with the kids. So it definitely makes it worth it.
So we are lucky now that you are on the air, and if you would like to talk to other people in the community that would like to volunteer, especially University of Iowa students, if they would like to volunteer, that's a nice way of getting extra credit.
It's a great opportunity to practice your speaking skills, and it really helps when you're taking the exams, when you can think back to a specific instance of using the language and the grammar. So it's a really great class, and I think that you get a lot out of it, not just credit, but you make friends with the kids, and it's something that you'll keep with you for the rest of your life once you're able to speak it. So.
Do you enjoy being there? I mean, we are going to get you on the camera. I know the camera is not yet on you, but I would like to show you more than show myself. So, tell me now, how many people are like you who volunteer, and in the meantime they are getting credit for being doing community service?
There's 2 sections this semester of Spanish in the community, and I believe that there's 18 in each class, so right around there, I think. And they send 4 students generally to a school, so I go with 3 other girls to Longfellow, and then the rest of the class goes to different schools in the Iowa City district.
Let us go to Pam again now. Let us hear from the real heroes
Yes, of course.
now. Enough for the adults.
Would you like to ask some questions? En
Sure,
español?
yeah. Fiona, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien. Y usted.
Doing good. She just have to speak a little louder.
Can you say that a little louder, honey?
Muy bien.
Very good. And how do you like this, Kennedy? Tell me, do you like this learning? You like this? And what did you learn there? Let's see, Malcolm. What did you learn there?
I learned,
Yes.
I learned the body part.
Good. How old are you now?
6.
You are 6. So, Pam, do you think it's better to start early to learn the language?
You know, the earlier the better. I think we have students who start in kindergarten, and then by the time they're Fiona's age, and Fiona started in kindergarten, and by the time they're Fiona's age, they've been with this theme-based curriculum. We do have a little bit of repetition, so every year we do review some things like colors and numbers, but then also we add some new things every year. So the longer that they're in it, the more that they learn of the language, the more they're familiar with the way that things are done in the language. I think we also do welcome students to start as beginners at any age. It's an all ages program. We ask our wonderful teachers to be flexible, to work with kindergartners, some of whom may not be reading yet, but then also to work with 5th and 6th graders who are ready for more sophisticated and have more interest in maybe looking at books or graphic novels in the language. So we do try, it's good when they start in kindergarten, but we do try really hard to accommodate everybody in the school if they want to start at any age.
Let us get to Connor, because Connor has something to say about this learning experience. So tell us something. You are a smiling face, and we want to hear from you now. How do you like it? Do you like your teachers? Do you like the language?
I like the teachers in the language.
Do you sometimes like mix things up when you speak English and you move to Spanish, and then do you get a little confused, or you know when you speak Spanish you separate it completely from English?
I kind of get mixed up with them.
Because when I was young, the reason I'm asking you this question, I had, my mother was speaking a different language from my father. I learned the third language in school. So I didn't know what to say. If I need a piece of bread or a glass of water, what should I say? So it was a lot of confusion until I knew that if I'm speaking to my mother, I'm going to speak this language. If I speak to dad, I'm going to speak this language. How about Malcolm?
Malcolm.
Malcolm, I know that you see your picture, but I would like you to look at me, and then so that you will enjoy looking at the picture later when you go to public access TV website or YouTube. So look at me now and tell me, what would you like to do in the future with all this education and the language and everything? What would you like you to be yourself? Art teacher. That's amazing. So you would like to stand in classroom and teach art. Who is your art teacher? Oh, that's probably she made you love this job, right? You are one of the few kids who like to be teachers. What do you think, Mr. Pizarek, about that?
That's pretty exciting as a principal. I think that's great. It's been fun. We've got a couple of staff members presently who are former Longfellow students, so it's really rewarding to hear that and to see that.
So it looks like the curriculum is pretty rich, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I know that you prepared something for us to show us the varieties of the curriculum.
Yes, we've got a short clip here in a moment that is about a little over a minute in length, and it shows some of the kids, I believe Kennedy's group from this morning, shows them going through the alphabet.
Kennedy is the one in the center, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, that's your group, Kennedy. I mean, you are. It seems that you are a leader, right? Yes, you are. So so we see now
Yeah.
the practice.
Sure, it'll be a small group of our group from Monday and Wednesday mornings. So.
Okay. Until we get this video on, you tell me what you're going to be doing in the future.
Connor, what do you want to be?
Next
Remember the ending. Yo, sail, potato. There you go. Good job.
I see that's I mean, it's not only activity, physical.
Very interactive. Yeah.
Tell me now about the future of this. How do you foresee the future of this program?
That's something that Pam and I have talked about, not just the two of us, but also with our PTA. I think down the road, if at all possible, we'd like to help other schools get this kind of off the ground and started. I know that there are a handful of buildings that whose PTAs help sponsor such a program. But I think it'd really be something that would be great for all of our kids and all of our community.
And Pam, do you like to say something to our viewers who are watching us now about how they can contribute to your efforts in this respect?
Well, I'm also a faculty member in the College of Education. I do, one of my mandates is to advocate for early language learning, and we do have a website. If you go to the University of Iowa website, you can see lists of some early language programs. I believe it's if you look on the College of Education website, and you can look for that, it's under the research area. And we are trying to coordinate with advocacy for early language learning in the area, in eastern Iowa, but also in the state. So, please come and connect with us there. And if you feel like you would be interested in having an extracurricular program, or if you have children and you'd like them to get some early language learning, you're always welcome to contact me, and you can come and see what we do at Longfellow as sort of a great example of what some of the possibilities are.
Do the kids know what are the countries, the Spanish-speaking countries?
I don't know if we've done a lot of geography. We know some of them.
Just mention one.
Can we name some?
One country that speaks Spanish.
Spain.
Spain.
Good job.
Spain. That's
Muy bien.
the most difficult
Mexico.
one.
Mhm. Yeah. What did you just say?
Mexico.
Mexico.
Mexico. Yeah.
Connor, do you remember where Sebastian's from? The teacher?
Bachelor.
The other teacher, Sebastian?
Miss Cameron's class.
Mm-hmm. He's from Colombia?
Mm-hmm.
Columbia.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Used to.
Well, the good thing about teaching language is that you can expand that
Mm-hmm.
to knowing more information about the countries and about the geography and economics and everything.
I think that might be a theme. That's every year we sort of try to have a theme, and I think it'd be wonderful to get them to know more about Spanish-speaking countries.
Thank you for reminding me of this,
Yeah.
because I really wanted to ask you about this thematic approach.
Mm-hmm.
So you were also talking about this thematic approach.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we mean by that? For people who are not,
Yes.
sorry, people who are viewers,
Yeah.
what's thematic?
Well, when we have teachers come, we ask them, what types of things would you like to teach? And then we try to work together to come up with a theme that either, like this year, the beginning of the year, we talked about travel, and so they learned, especially in the Monday, Wednesday class, they learned ways of moving around and types of travel. Yeah, walking. Exactly. And then, and that helps with what we know about learning, which is that, grouping things together sometimes can help with within reason, but grouping things together can help with learning, especially vocabulary and language. But then also, you can link anything in a theme. You can do, I know you guys, what are some of the things that you guys are doing for themes right now?
We're learning about definite articles, the L and the la,
Mhm.
and los and los for plural things, and describing things and telling how things are. So they're getting really good with that.
So trying to sort of have it be something that we allow the teachers to be creative and do sort of what they're interested in. But then also to have things unified so that the kids at the end of the year say, I learned how to describe things, and now I know how to describe animals. I know you guys are doing a lot with like animals and describing are animals big or small and things like that. And that it engages the kids because it helps them build knowledge in one particular area, but it also it can be really fun and you can grow it in a lot of different directions. So yeah.
You told me earlier that this is not a money maker program for the PTA. What did you mean exactly by that?
Well, there is a fee involved with being enrolled in the class, although we do have scholarships as well, and that money goes to paying the teachers who are not getting credit for it. That's another type of payment, but we do have teachers that we also do pay, and it goes to materials. But the PTA from the beginning, from when Robin Supel was doing it, always said this is not going to be something, this is a service to the community at Longfellow. It's not something to generate. We do a lot of wonderful things to do fundraising at Longfellow, but the Spanish program isn't one of them. We try to keep the cost as low as possible in order to give as many students access as possible.
And the focus is on Spanish in particular, right?
That is the language that that's where we have the most interest right now. I was a French teacher for many years, and so that might be the next move to see if we can get some French. But yeah, so we do Spanish for now, and I think other languages are a possibility. I mean, we do want to keep the numbers up so that we can pay the teachers, and so that's a concern, so it's all sort of checks and balances with that.
Well, as an educator at a higher level, I think Spanish is pretty important now, right?
Yeah.
It's the second language here.
Well, right. I mean, and it is something that a lot of people have interest in because there are so many wonderful Spanish-speaking communities even around us in West Liberty and in Marshalltown and so even in the state of Iowa. Although there are also wonderful communities that speak Amharic and speak, Marshallese. And so there are opportunities that if people did want to learn other languages, that's not something we would discourage. But when we're doing sort of a small-scale program within one school, we try to do the language that will attract the most participants. And right now, that's Spanish. And there are so many benefits to knowing Spanish and to being a good, a resource to the kids as they get older. And also, Spanish is taught in the upper levels in the Iowa City Public Schools, and so we do keep that in mind as well.
Okay, can you tell me how many hours the kids spend until you tell them, are you okay? Is it like after classes? How do you do it?
Ours starts at 3:15 and they get out at school at 3. So it's pretty much directly after they get to eat their snack and we get there.
I
and
think Mark wants you to look at him so that people
sorry.
will see.
But some of the activities we do are outside as well. So it's not just sitting down and learning, writing the whole time. There's activities where they interact and get up and run and do a lot of other fun things rather than just sit at a desk and read or write Spanish.
I think now, are there any major activities at Longfellow besides this wonderful program that you shed the light on?
I'm
We'll give you a couple of minutes.
really very grateful to our PTA as a whole. Very active and very engaged. We've got a lot of people that come in and help volunteer in a number of different ways, but we've had, and I know that I'll miss some, so forgive me, Math Olympiad team that's targeted some of our math students who really want to kind of go to that next level, if you will. We have a junior Lego League, and that program is continuing to expand. Let's see. I know.
And you have good cooperation definitely with the College of Education now.
We certainly do. Yeah, and things like chess club and just some different programs like that are some extracurriculars that we're able to house at the school, and we can do those right around the school hours. So we can reduce the amount of transportation back and forth. And, it's just been really nice for our community, I think. We're very fortunate.
Those 4 musketeers. Do you like to say anything? Do you have a couple of minutes? Do you like to say anything to the people that are watching you now? The millions.
Maybe
hundreds of millions, because we are on YouTube. So would you like to say something to other kids? Maybe you want to encourage them to learn foreign language?
Do you guys have any favorite activities that you do in Spanish class that you'd like to talk about a little bit? What is your favorite activity?
What is it?
Acting out moving objects.
Acting out moving objects.
And I think Connor wants to do something with robots. What would you like to do?
Like with robots.
Yeah.
Like build robots and
Build them.
make.
Okay, that's wonderful. So we have all these talents here. And we have our teachers, and I think Fiona told me that she wants to be a painter, right? So we have all these activities and all these wonderful talents and gifts. You have final words to the community.
I think Pam shared earlier that, one of our objectives would be to expand the language program, not just in Eastern Iowa, but across our state. And I would really encourage folks at home that are watching today, you get to see right here the kids that benefit from programs like that. Being able to do this more globally, advocating for more state aid for schools to help expand not only our language programs, but all programs at our schools, not just in Iowa City, but across the state. We really need advocacy for that right now from folks at home. It's what's in the best interest of our kids and in our future. So,
it has been a delight having Longfellow tonight. And I cannot tell you how much I was impressed by your guests today. And I'm sure that all the viewers are sharing the same feeling with me about how well-behaved, mature they are. I mean, I can't believe that they were silent for half an hour. Well, anyway, we like to have you again, and thank you very much. This program is going to be on public access TV station and on the educational station. That's channel 18 and channel 21. And then we're going to be on public access TV website anytime on the computer, as well as YouTube, which will be in a few hours. Will be there, so you can have a lot of viewers, and we can send the message to others if you join. Thank you very much. And
Thank
thanks
you.
to Mr. John Carroll, Mr. Mike Peterson, Mark, our floor director here, and all the parents who are watching us there. And come back again.
thank you very much.
Have a very good night to our audience at home. Thank you.